Hello everyone, today I'm here to bring you my August wrap-up and September TBR. Now, August was kind of a not so great month for me. I think I read maybe one of the books I said I was going to read for the month. Sometimes that just happens. You set aside books to read and then you get to that pile and you're like, nope. So yeah, I did read 6 books, which is okay, not amazing, but I think it was okay. I have a lot going on. I think it was okay, you know, stuff happens, life happens. Anyway, I'm just going to show you the 6 books that I read and then the books I plan to read for the next month. I don't know what happened right there. Before we get in this video, I will say each of the books I talk about that I have read, I do have reviews on I do have lengthy size reviews on my blog, which you can check out in the link down below. Definitely check out my blog for book reviews, for movie reviews. I do Top 10 Tuesday occasionally. I do different type of book photography on there. So definitely check my blog out for that because, I don't know, a self-plug. I love my blog. I love working on that thing. It's a labor of love. Definitely check it out. The first book I read is Just Like the Movies by Kelly Fior, and actually the first 4 books I'm to talk about actually have a video, a review mashup, so you can click on each of the books and it will take you to that particular spot in that video about the review in that book, so that way I don't have to talk too much in length about it. This was a okay book. It didn't rock my socks or anything like that. It was all about 2 girls that really wanted love just like the movies and all that kind of stuff. It was not amazing. Check out the review if you want more in detail. I'd say I'd give it a 3 out of 5. It just was okay. It didn't really wow me any, honestly. But however, the next book definitely wowed me, and that is For a Divergent Collection by Veronica Roth. Like I said, you can click on the book and go to the review of it. It actually has about 7, I want to say, short stories, all from the perspectives of 4, which if you guys don't know already, I am obsessed with 4. 4 is my fictional husband, always and forever, so I adored reading about this and I love it, and I'd say if you are a fan of Divergent, this is a must read for you. 5 out of 5, hands down. It's 4. What do you expect from me? The next book I read on a total whim, and I'm kind of regret that I did, and that is A Total Waste of Makeup by Kim Grunenfeld. Like I said, click on the book to see the review. This is an adult chick lit novel, and it was boring. I did not connect with the characters at all. I didn't really feel like there was a plot to this book, if I'm being honest. Like, I was just like, it just drug on, and I just did not care, and I'm surprised I finished it. I really did. I really had to push through to finish it, but I finished it. But it was tough, man. It was really tough to finish it because it was just so, it was boring, if I'm being honest. I gave it a 2 out of 5. It was just, ugh, you know. Sometimes you have those books where you read and you're just like, kind of wish you didn't read it. This was one of them, for sure. The last book I'm going to talk about that was in that review mashup is gosh, I can't get that song on my head now. Take Me On by Katie McGarrett. This is the 4th book in her Pushing the Limit series. It's a contemporary series. You don't have to read them in order. You don't have to read them in whatever. If you just want to read the 4th one, read the 4th one. If you just want to read the 2nd one, read the 2nd one. This one was all about, if you've read the 3rd one in the series called Crash Into You, Rachel was the main character. It's about her brother, Wes, and about this other girl named Haley. Now, Haley was a kickboxer or whatever, MMA fighter, and she quit for some reasons, and her and Wes meet, and it was okay. It wasn't my favorite Katie McGarrett novel. I think that's always going to be Crash Into You. I love that one. If you're wondering, that's the 3rd one in the series. Oh my gosh, can't get enough of that one. But this one was okay. I would say it's probably my 3rd favorite in the series. Like, I like this one. I would give it a 4, maybe like 3.75 if I'm being honest. But I will say, if you're looking for a good steamy type of romance, contemporary, definitely pick up any Katie McGarrett novel. She will not let you down at all. The next book I read is Belzar by Meg Wolitzer. This book comes out later in September, so I've already filmed a review on it, and I will release said review when the release date happens because I don't want to release it now and you guys be like, I want to read this book, and you can't. That would suck. I'm not going to do that to you. Another contemporary novel, but it's all about like boarding school and stuff. It's about a girl named Jam who, her boyfriend dies, and she goes through this awful phase, and her parents decided to send her to this place called the Wooden Barn for like troubled teens that have had stuff happen to them. And then Jam gets invited to this special class called Special Topics, and weird things start to happen in that class. And Belzar is kind of a take on The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. So this was an interesting read. I will say that. I will say I did not love it, but I did enjoy reading it, and the ending was pretty I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about the ending. I really don't know how I feel. But stay tuned for my review coming in, I don't know, it might be the later part of September. Sorry to make you wait, but I would give this one a 3.5 out of 5 if I'm being honest, but it was okay. I liked it, I just didn't love it. And the last book I read for the month of August was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I finally read this. I have been wanting to read this forever. I don't know why I was hesitant to read it. I'm so glad I did. This book has been talked about a ton on the booktube community, like a ton, and sometimes I go with the hype, sometimes I don't. This time I guess I waited for a while and then I decided to jump on in. This was an awesome, awesome book. It is a fantasy novel, which I don't read enough of, honestly. I really wanted to read it because I feel like I've been in a contemporary shtick lately. Like I've just been reading contemporary, and I wanted to get out of it and I wanted to read something different, so I decided to pick this one up and I'm so glad I did. If you don't know, this is about a girl named Selena? Is that right? She is like the world's deadliest assassin, and then she gets in prison, and then the prince comes to get her out because he wants for her to act as his champion in this big, huge assassin contest. Whoever wins will be the king's assassin, and if she wins, she will be the king's assassin, but she will also have to work for him for 3 years, I believe, and then she will be granted her freedom. So it's like an amazing, amazing opportunity. So she goes for it, but things are bad or happening along the way. A lot of the contestants are getting killed and nobody knows how or what or when or la la la. But this was so, so good. I will say it took a little bit for me to get into, just a little bit. It took me about 50 pages or so, but when it got going and it was awesome. I love the main characters in it. I love the love triangle already forming in this. If you're wondering what side of the love triangle I fall on, definitely Kale? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Captain Westfall. There you go. But I would give it a 4 out of 5. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a good fantasy series. Those are books I'm reading in August. Now for September, I'm not planning to read a ton because September's going to be really crazy for me. In fact, the rest of my life's going to be crazy for me. If you guys don't already know, I am 9 months pregnant right now, and I'm expecting my first child in about 4 weeks or so, but really any day, honestly. You know, hopefully it's not going to happen any day right now, but, you know, at any point something could happen. So I'm just trying to prepare for that and not trying to overexert myself by reading a ton and like trying to do all these things. So I'm having a very limited list of what I'm reading. I'm only reading books I know I will read for sure. So let's get on to said list. The first book I plan to read I don't have with me. It's being shipped currently to my house, and that is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. It's the second book in the Throne of Glass series. I can't wait to read it. I feel like with this series I have to read them right now, otherwise I'm going to lose interest and I will forget, and that would be horrible. So I'm definitely planning to read that. And then going on to that, I also plan to read Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, which is the third book in the Throne of Glass series, and I believe that comes out in like September 2nd or something. Hopefully that'll be at my house by the day it comes out. Let's hope so. So yeah. The next book I plan to read is the one I am most excited for, if I'm being honest. Like, I have been waiting for this book all freaking year, and that is The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey. Comes out September 16th. It is the second book in the Fifth Wave series. If you guys don't know, I freaking love the Fifth Wave. It was my second favorite book of last year. I can't get enough of it. I need it in my life right now. Like, September 16th cannot come here fast enough because I need that book. If you guys haven't read The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, it is an amazing dystopian alien type of book that you should read because it is awesome. The next book I plan to read, since I'm reading a lot of fantasy and dystopian this month, I decided to shake it up a little contemporary. I'm just going to read this. I'm just going to read Beautiful Oblivion by Jamie McGuire. This is a new adult book. I know I can fly through this. It's all about bad boy meets bad girl. You know the saga, the story. It should take me no time at all to read this. I also really want to try to read Rumble by Ellen Hopkins. This will be my first Ellen Hopkins book. All of her books are told in like verse, so I know it's a speedy book, honestly. So I think I can fly through this one for sure. The last book I plan to read, if I have time, is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. This is a freaking Sarah J. Maas month right here. I believe that book is like a prequel. I think it's got novellas in it. I think it's a mashup of a whole bunch of novellas that are equal to a prequel or something like that. I'm not too sure about it, but if I have time, I do plan to read it. Anyway, that is all the books I've read in August and that I'm planning to read in September. Tell me to reread any of the same books. Are you guys excited for The Infinite Sea and Heir of Fire and all that awesome kind of book stuff that is coming out in September? Because I know I am. Yeah, I'm ready for it. Infinite Sea. I need it. That is all for me, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.